This is Lunchtime Stand Up with katesky, where we do some live coding after we share our wins and struggles. I am currently still live on Instagram, so I'm going to disconnect as soon as I know that I have everything intact here. So let's see. Can I do this? Okay, I can do this. Alright, mic is disconnected. Alright, as usual, I need to connect my mic. Oh my goodness. Light, camera, action. Hi Patel. So this is a live session of connecting to my live stream. My mic was off. Okay, my mic is now on. My camera is on, my lights are on. I don't know, now I usually turn music on for live coding, but now I almost don't trust it because I have a video on YouTube that's been flagged for copyright, and I use this app called Pretzel for music, and it's supposed to have music that's not all the content is supposed to be YouTube safe, but apparently it's not because I've been flagged. So maybe, let's see, I'll turn it on just to try it. I don't really care too much if my if my video gets flagged. It just, because all of the talking that I do is just me rambling. The content that's important is the actual coding. So. But how's your Monday so far? Are you being productive, enjoying your day, finishing up your day? What have you been up to? I gotta grab my coffee. My coffee's all the way on the other side of my desk. One sec. Yeah, that's the thing. I think now I understand why this. So I have a robot or a bot connecting to my Twitch every time. It's called Pretzel Rocks, and it's actually the app that I'm using for streaming music. So this is all connecting now. Busy day. I know, me too. I've been almost thinking about not doing a live, but. I know that if I skip one day that I promised to be on, then it might just go all like in the gutter and like I won't do it anymore. So that's why I'm here. But I also have a very busy day at work. I have encountered this one RxJS operator that I didn't use before. It's called the scan, and it's pretty good for state management. And at work, we don't use the NGRX for state management. We just use a plain RxJS. So yeah, so I'm trying to change. Like I have multiple subjects that keep track of my state, and I want to make it a little cleaner. So I created this one state object, and then you do a scan operator on it, and the scan operator is implemented in the way that it changes the reference to all the changes that you make on that object, so it will trigger the change detection, which is what I have implemented now. So I was changing, like all morning I was changing that. It was pretty fun, but I do still have to test it, and there's plenty other things I have to do at my work. So yeah, let's see what else I do. So I was talking about finishing up a course on Firebase. So if you have questions about Firebase, but let me read your comment. I learned new skill, Angular morning time, and then start my job at 10 a.m. Oh, interesting. So that's good. So now I'll remember that you're learning Angular. So what is the new skill in Angular that you learned today? And I have to tell you, you never finish learning new skills. It seems like there's always something new. Like RxJS has like hundreds of operators, so it's it seems like I will never stop learning. That just that one library is overwhelming. So let's see. And also let me know if you go into my Twitch to watch me do a little live coding or not, because we're gonna do that next. On Friday, I did fix my production build for Tailwind CSS. I was playing with it on one little project on the side, and my production build was failing because the budgets were over the limit on CSS styles. So so I fixed that on Friday, and today, I don't know, we have to see what we want to do because there's so much stuff. Actually, I did brainstorm a little bit on the app stuff, that what all the things that have to happen in there, and it seems a lot. Like there's so much stuff to do, and just the model and the data flow and everything. So I started working on like the swim lane diagram, and I'll pop that open and show that on the live stream there. So unless we have any questions on Instagram, I think we're gonna jump over into Twitch and just do that there, just so I don't have to keep looking back and forth. Alright, Patel, so if you want to see some Angular coding, switch over there and we'll do that on Twitch, okay? Alright, thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow. Or just jump over to Twitch. Bye-bye. Alright, so today is, what day is it today? Is it the 15th? I think it is. It's 15th, right? I gotta save my live, otherwise I lose it. Okay. Saved. Good. Okie doke. Alright, looks like we're live here. Let's see, do I need to check anything else? Yeah, my notifications. I gotta turn off my notifications. Let me see. Because if I don't turn them on, if I don't turn them off, then my phone calls go through on my Mac. Alright, that's good. Okie doke. I usually try to keep these down to like 30 minutes, but a few times I went over, like I did like an hour, just because we're either stuck or just like really on into something exciting. So let me share my screen. And I'm almost thinking about doing these lives on like at night, because lunchtime is really limited for me. Not only that I have to run to work, but also kids like to eat lunch. They like to eat, let's just say that. Right now there's only 3 of them. The rest of them are like out and about, but I do have 5 kids, so it's work and work and work. It's always work for me. Alright, so this is our Tailwind config. So let's just switch over into our other app. Okay, here we go. So we want to switch over to our Seraphan. Where's our Seraphan? Seraphan radio. That's the GitHub that we usually work on. And we'll check to see what's going on there. Every time I come back to it, it's like my brain goes into this mode where I forgot what we were working on. So let's just check to see what we're doing, so we don't go crazy. Okay. Oh, I gotta make my... It's good that I check, because I always forget. So, there. We're like that. trying to always remember to switch between the right views. That's a challenge for me, but that's okay. Eventually we'll become a second nature. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that's done building. Let's open that up. See where we're at. Oh, okay. Yeah, so one other thing that I was debating about is the fact that my authentication, if we look at my authentication, let me open that up here. My authentication right now is, I believe, yeah, so it's using the auth0 stuff. So if we go to my environment, where's my environment? I want to go to my environment actually to show the settings for it. Okay, let me just go like this. Alright, so here's my environment variables. Yeah, so I'm using the auth0 just because that was the something that I already worked with, and I was familiar with how to set it up. And they have a pretty good tutorials on how to add that on. And so this service right here is a copy of their tutorial. So I didn't really adjust any of it. I just kind of plugged it in and added some NGRX state management with it. So that was pretty easy, although like some of the things in here would not be, so, you know, like I would probably clean this up a little bit. But as I was watching the Firebase tutorial, looks like we can use the Firebase stuff for authentication and authorization, which is kind of nice because it actually gives us out of the box some of the user roles and stuff, like to which data can be accessed by which type of users. So I'm thinking that maybe I will change this and use the Firebase instead. But for now, before we even get there, we were working on the feature to provide services, which is this button right here. And this is a reactive form implementation. So I'm using material design to create this form, and one of the things that is annoying is the way it jumps to the top, and I think it's because I don't have the tabs on my controls. So this would be very unfriendly to a user, and I wanted to make this app like accessibility friendly, so this is definitely not going to be accessibility friendly if user comes into this tab and he's like this. And I think it's because maybe the input types of controls, they get the first tab. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll fix that first. I'll try to fix that. And the next thing we were gonna fix our schedule, which is down here. So we didn't have a good model for it. So it's just like end date, start date, but I think we can improve on that and do like each day start end. So this could have like an array of days. So Monday, this day, and then they could probably copy it over with like a check mark or something. All right, so let's take a look at our form real quick. I believe it's in our account library. So okay, it's a feature. So all the features go in here. So there's our component folder. So let's take a look at this guy. And I just started looking at the accessibility, so I don't know like a whole bunch things about it, but definitely something we're gonna learn as we go and fix this up. Alright, so I think these are cards. these are still cards. Oh, I see, I see. So it looks like, so this is, looks like it's all in one component, which I don't really like, but we can probably pull this out. I would rather have this pulled out into a different component. But let's just take a look and see. So when we, okay, so this becomes visible when you click on, I will provide service with this guy. So see, it sets pitching to trail. I don't know why I called it that, but probably something like you pitching your company to the user by setting this up. I think that's how, that was my train of thought. All right, so let's see here. And then it jumps here, and that's probably why, because let's look at that. Let's look at this guy. So it does hide everything. So we're still on the same page. Alright, so let's refresh this. This is not good user experience. So see, when you refresh it, you lose your form. So we need to take this down into a separate route so the user can navigate. This is not good. Alright, so that's probably one of the first things we want to do, is we want to pull this out into like a separate route. So let's take a look at this route. So it goes, into this registration component when you just go to account, which is the route that we're on. So we want to do slash something, and that would be like a child route, right? So let's take a look at our other routing example. Okay. So let's go up. We'll go up into an example on the routes. And we don't have a, so we want to do, so we could probably do just like this. We'll just add a path and a new component. All right, let's do that. So let's go back to our, or add a new path, oops. Add a new path here. And we'll give it a route called setup. Let's call it setup. So we're actually in the account setup, and it needs a component. I don't know why it's not. Alright, component and setup account component. Let's call it a setup account component. Oops, I think I got my lock on. Component. Alright, so let's create this guy. Make this pretty. Alright. Okay, get rid of that. And let's see if we can just pull this guy out like this. And I know one time we were playing with this company. Let's see if this still works or not. Well, actually, when we played with it, it didn't work. Enter to confirm your input. Enter. Yeah, it didn't work last time either. Alright, so let's create a new component. And we'll open up a new terminal, so we're next to our module for account, because we want to create a component inside this module. So we'll do ng generate, G for generate, component, C for component, and we called it setup account. Setup account. I think it's going to complain that we don't have a module. Let's see. No, it actually worked because we're right next to it. Right? Did it add it in here? We can add it into the wrong one. So it added to the registration. Oh, okay. So that was routing, so we're good. So it added it here. That's exactly where we want it to be. And now we have this component we can import. Alright, so now if we open up our setup account, oh, you know what? So something happened to our setting. So we just created a component, and the default styles is for some reason CSS, and it's supposed to be SAS. So let's rename it. We'll figure out why it's not right later, because we're using SAS for this. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this form out, put it into our new component, and we need all of the variables, and we need the submit button. We pretty much need to take everything that is missing here. So is our is pitching? Where is our is pitching? We don't really need that anymore because we're going to change a route, so we can get rid of this ngIf. And now we need to add all of our controls back into this component. But how do we do that? Because it has some of these. Okay. Okay, so I gotta move this class out. I don't know why it's inside the component, so I don't remember. But it's fine, let's just pull that out. Okay. We're also going to need, so this guy can, we'll take that out later. So we need to create all of these variables. We can actually pull all of that out. Oops, don't go too far. Okay, so I'm gonna, make this smaller so I can select all this. Okay. All right, so our form builder is now inside here. I wonder if we're gonna need all this. We're probably going to need the store as well. So let's put that in here. Okay. Let's put that in here. Okay, so we are going to, so what are we doing here? See, I don't remember what I did here, but we're gonna need to, I think we need to pull all of these things out. So I have some drag and drop, I have submit. I think all of this is also going to go into in our new component. Okay, what's this? What's this move? Okay, so miss this guy. Yeah, just cleaning. Okay, I want to become. Hi Daz, D crazy man, how are you? No, I'm good. I'm just doing some live coding, having my coffee for lunch. Refactoring one component, adding a route. Trying to remember what I did here before. Why is my move item in array? So I think this is, okay, so it's a missing import, and this is probably also a missing import. Okay, good. Let's see what else we're missing. I believe we need to push the submit button up, because our submit happens here now. And here's our store stuff. Let's grab our actions. Okay. Put it at the top. Looks like we're still missing some. Does it need? I think it needs another level up. Oops, like that. No. Actually, like this. Okay, there we go. So we lost email form control. I thought we put it in there. Guess we didn't. Here's my email form control. Somehow I missed that. I bet you I deleted that. Forgot to copy it. So let's take a look. Here's our email control. Email form control, there it is. Oh, I think I forgot to copy this. I got distracted by the crazy man over there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think we're getting closer to no errors. Main form group. Okay, so there's still some declarations it doesn't like. Duplicate identifier. Okay, that's good. So I can get rid of that because I already copied it up here. Alright, so we're much better now. Okay, so let's see what we can see. Let's see if our new route is gonna take shape or not. Let's see if we can serve us. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. Actually, I think we need to also get rid of some. Oh, so one of the things we didn't do, we didn't actually tell this guy to do anything. So let's fix our errors here. So when somebody clicks on ready to pitch here, instead of setting this variable to true, we're gonna say just set up. Let's do setup, and then we're gonna navigate. Can navigate to. Picture, get rid of picture. Okay. Anything else broken? Oh yeah, so I changed the setup reference to class, but not here. Let's do that real quick. And I need to close my window. One sec. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's see. So far, so good. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing's happening. What did we miss? We do have a problem here. So let me get this guy over there. Okay. Alright, let's see. Console error. Method is not implemented. Oh yeah, of course. Let's get rid of this. Alright. Is that a little better? Click. Are we clicking? We are clicking, so let's go into our. Can we do. Can we find anything wrong with this? So let's see. So maybe something wrong with this route. Okay. I think that's the right route. Let's just see what happens when we click on it. Doesn't look like it's clicking. Okay. We're clicking on the wrong thing. I will provide services. I will provide services. That's the only one we have, right? That's the problem. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, so something happened, but it didn't go to the right spot. Right? Oh, there we go. So, I don't know what happened. I clicked on something. Alright, so this is a lot better. Looks like we fixed our little... Okay, so we can get rid of that. We don't need this log anymore, so now it's working. Alright, another thing that I've seen people do is actually not navigate through here, but navigate through NGRX. So you would actually do like an action call here, and inside your state in the account event effects, you would catch that action and you would do navigate here. We could probably do it next time because I think this is pretty good. So one of the things that was bothering me is the fact that when we were here and we clicked on this card, not this card, this card, no, hold on. I will, which card am I clicking on? Hold on. Ooh. What happened? Why is it like crazy big? So am I clicking on the wrong thing? What am I clicking on? Alright, so it looks like I'm clicking somewhere, like my click event is wrong or something. Let's check my event. Let's see here what's going on. Mat card, click, image. Oh, there's also image click. Okay, I think we need to get rid of this image click. Let me just see the size of that. Where are we clicking? So this is the card. So anywhere we click, we would get that event, right? Click. Okay, good. Yeah. So it was because it was on the same route and the same component. It was like hiding these, and it was presenting the form, which is really annoying because there was like a little shift on all of these form fields. So what we did is we created a new component and we refactored the code that was inside this HTML into a new route, and now we have a setup account, which is actually nice because you can go back and you can go forward. Let's see if we actually put anything here, if it's gonna save or not, if we navigate. I don't know. I'll just try it. Okay, so it does wipe it out. So that's probably something we can fix. We can probably put these into like a local storage or state just to keep that around. Okay, and we can do it just with just a component state. Okay, so I think it's good enough for today. Monday was really hard for me to get started. I don't know why, but I was really talking myself into doing this. But I already promised myself that I'm going to do it daily. Otherwise, it's procrastination and not doing it. So we added new setup route. I think it was a good exercise because if we go and look at our routes module, we can see that we were able to create this new route. If we go to our registration component, we could see how much cleaner it is. It's much smaller and it has just this just very small footprint here, and kind of clear on what each thing is doing. Our component obviously became a lot more smaller because we put everything into our setup account component. So yeah, so that was a good exercise, and I am doing these lives to help out my niece who wants to be studying to be an Angular developer. So hopefully this will be useful to her and anyone else who watches this video. So thank you so much for joining me today at Lunchtime Stand Up with Katesky, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. I love you.